would you like?
Can I get a banoffee crack, please?
Ice cream or whipped cream one time?
Ice cream, please.
Anything else?
And a banana milkshake, please.
That's regular or large?
Medium.
Can I
Is
order
that-
two sizes?
Oh,
Regular or
large. Yeah.
You want cream on top?
Yeah. Thank you.
Anything else, please?
It's all good. Thank you. Hi everyone, this is Sick Love. I'm Tallulah and you're watching What's It to You. This is our first episode. On each episode, we'll be interviewing a different artist and asking them about whatever topic they want to speak about and in whatever location they've chosen. And today we have Shaé Universe. Over to you.
Hey guys, it's your girl Shaé Universe, and right now we are in Kaspa's in my hometown Watford for my What's It To You interview. If you would like to follow me, find my music, you can keep up with me at Shaé's Universe, which is SHAES followed by Universe, spelled normally.
So, hi Shaé.
Hello.
Do you want to tell everyone what you've ordered?
Yes, I ordered a banoffee crepe.
Which looks amazing.
Thank you. Yes, it
It
does.
makes my banana milkshake look a little bit pathetic, but oh well.
I'm excited to eat this. I am.
So you grew up and you've always lived in Watford?
Yes.
Amazing.
Well, not entirely. I lived in Harrow first.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, if we're telling the full story, I was actually born in Nigeria.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then I moved to England when I was 4. And then I started living in Harrow for a couple of years. And then, yeah, I've lived the rest of the years in Watford. So
Amazing.
it's been a long time.
Do you still go back and forth to Nigeria ever?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I try to go every other year.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, with the whole COVID stuff right now, it's been
Oh
a bit.
God, yeah.
But yeah, I try to go every other year.
Yeah. So talking about the whole COVID stuff, during quarantine, you made a music video with 100 women in it, all at their houses.
Done your research, girl.
But how did that come about? Like, what was the thought process behind that?
So it all started with a song that I wrote called You Lose. And this song was written about like a toxic relationship that I was in. He just wasn't very nice to me. And basically in that process, I got to a point where I had to, you know, when you have to remind yourself like who you are and what you're worth and just like snap out of it. So that's what the song was about.
Yeah.
And then I got approached by this platform called Language Online, and they were like, we really love this song, you know, we feel like it's very empowering for women, and we feel like you should try and do like a quarantine visual for it, seeing as you're not going to be able to shoot like a proper visual because of the whole lockdown stuff. So I was like, that's a really dope idea.
Yeah.
And so we just kind of bounced energies off each other, and then we decided, you know what, I'm just going to hit up all the girls I can think of that I would want to have in this video.
And
so
you've got some amazing girls.
Yeah, like, yes, I'm connected with so many beautiful queens. So the same day, I literally just sent DMs out to people on my Instagram, and like that day, literally over like 90 women got back.
Amazing.
Saying that they wanted to be involved. And then, we just pulled it off like a week later, video.
So did they set it up in their own homes and then they sent it to you?
Yes, so it was basically like a DIY type of home video type situation. That's why we called it a quarantine visual, because we couldn't get everyone in the same space. We just encouraged everyone at home to film themselves, you know, record jamming to the song, singing along, that type of thing, just anything that made them feel empowered really. And then send their clips in, and then we made a complete video from it.
That's so cool. Like, it's such a like powerful thing to watch with that many women in the same thing. But is that something that you've like has always felt important to you, having lots of women come together within music?
Yeah, I feel like for a very long time it's kind of felt, for me anyway, being a British music artist and being a black British music artist, that's a woman, I feel like a lot of the time we're made to feel like there's not enough room for all of us to thrive at the same time. It's always like some sort of competition or, you know, that type of thing. So I feel like it's really important for women to, you know, come together, support each other. We need each other, you know, we need each other. So it's definitely important to me.
Yeah, I think you're right, definitely. I think for women in general, even not just in music, I think in so many creative industries, they are made to feel as if like it's competition when actually there should be enough space for everybody to do their own thing. Or I think especially with singers, it's often just a comparative thing.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely. People compare me. Well, actually, that's a lie. I was going to say people compare me all the time. Not so much anymore. But when I first started coming out, like when I was in my early stages, I would just get compared all the time. Like, and I guess sometimes comparison is somewhat healthy, but not all the time. Not when you're not allowed to be your own person or given that space to be your own artist, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah, support amongst women is definitely really important to me. I'm going to start eating.
Yeah,
something.
no, do. Start. I feel like this is going to start melting as well. Oh my God, it's like super hard to even get out.
Nice.
Really nice, actually. Very banana-y, which is good. Yeah. As a woman in music, do you think there are any kind of things that you've faced or issues that have arisen because of your gender?
Definitely. I definitely feel like, sadly, but sometimes people don't really take me as seriously as they should because I'm a woman. Obviously, the music industry is a male-dominated industry, and so it's essentially just run by men. And I feel like it's hard to attain respect whilst you're in your come-up stage. A lot of the time, you know, you only see female artists getting respect they deserve when they've reached, you know, the pinnacle, or they now are everywhere, and you kind of have no choice but to respect them. But on the way up, when you're working your way up, a lot of people definitely, you know, just try to take advantage, try to just treat you less than you deserve to be treated if they feel like they can get away with it, you know? So I feel like as a woman in the industry, especially if you're coming up or in whatever respective field that is, you have to assert yourself and you have to assert your worth 100%. Otherwise, people are just going to assume, oh, I can, you know, take the mic. I've had those experiences. I mean, should I go in? Well, I'm not going to go into too much detail, but...
We're going into detail, but no names.
Okay, cool. Detail, but no names. So I had a particular collaboration with an American rapper, and he is lovely guy, everything, but in the process of, like, you know, doing all the work for him and stuff, it was like, yeah, like, amazing, you know, I've done so much for him, and he was like, of course, when I release stuff, I'm going to credit you, and da-da-da. Long story short, it got released, his album got released, and I wasn't only on one song, I was on 2 songs, but no creditation, no nothing, like, just tried to finesse, basically, and thank God I have a music lawyer. So eventually, after messaging and just being ignored for like almost 2 months, I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna have to take this to my music lawyer now and get it sorted that way. So luckily it did get sorted out. I did get my accreditation and everything, but the thing is, a lot of people don't have that support. A lot of people don't understand how important it is to have a music lawyer, you know, even in the early stages of your career. And my music lawyer managed to sort that out for me, but it was just a real eye-opening experience, because in the process, when I was doing all the work for him, it was all smiles, it was all, you know, like, I'm loving you because I'm giving you what you want. But then when it comes time to actually pay me the respect that I deserve, give me the kudos I deserve, that's where issues, you know, can arise. So, yeah, I mean, it wasn't the nicest experience, but I've learned to just make sure that I assert my worth from the start. You can be friendly and still be assertive, you know? That's something I've had to learn. I'm a very forthcoming and bubbly person, and sometimes I just don't really like conflict. I don't really,
I think, it can definitely be very hard to, I guess, set the boundaries of, especially with any creative thing, having that balance of, we're going to make something together and this is both of ours, this is great, as opposed to, but this is what my part of that needs to be, and this is what I need to get out of it. That is good that you had a good music lawyer who was able to, and I do think it's important for especially new artists, that's probably their like key person in their team from the beginning. Yes,
exactly. So, you know, anyone who goes on to watch this, I would definitely advise getting a lawyer, whatever respective avenue you're in, get yourself a lawyer, because you just never know.
For sure. But so going on to like teams and stuff, do you have any, because I think the music industry has definitely got a shortage of women at labels, women managers. Do you have any women in your team?
I'm still in the process of building my team.
Oh, okay.
To be honest, I haven't like got my solidified, like, this is my team now that I've got. I haven't found that yet. However, I have been blessed to acquire, I guess, you know, members, just individual members. As I've gone along my journey, I've made really good friends. like one of my closest friends is also my like primary photographer.
Oh, amazing.
So things like that, I've made substantial connections and valuable connections, but I don't think I've found like my whole entire team as like per se. I think it has to be an organic process. Well, it doesn't have to be. Some people literally are just, you know, landed into label situations where it's just like, boom, this is your team, here you go. But with me, it is really, really important that the people around me, the people in my team are people that I actually like, you know, are people that I actually like want to be around, people that make me feel good, people that are in line with my vision. These kind of things are really important to me. I think I can't see myself being that kind of artist that's just like, thrown in a situation and then you just have all these people that you're just supposed to work with. No, because again, these people are going to be coming on tour with me. They're going to be, you know, they're just going to see me in every single state, and I just want to feel safe around that. So I haven't found my set team just yet, but I believe it's coming. Slowly it's
I think
building.
that's really, you
This is
know,
so good,
important
by the
though. But is it good?
Oh,
Good. This is all like going everywhere now. I need to like drink whilst you're speaking.
It's hard though. It is hard. It's hard.
But I think so many people, you're right, are just kind of thrust into a situation, given a team around them that they don't necessarily have that like personal relationship with, which I think is difficult. Because you're right, you do need to like trust those people, not just with, you know, not just on a kind of business level, but personal level, because they are the people you'll be speaking to.
100%. And also as well, that reminds me about management. So I manage myself. I've been managing myself for I think just over a year now. So I had a manager before, and no bad blood, you know, love my ex-manager to bits. But what you're saying, like, it's so important that the people that you have around you are in perfect line with your vision, you know, because my ex-manager was lovely and everything, but there was just certain things in terms of what I see for myself and what he saw for me that just didn't really, they kind of clashed a little bit. And that can have a big effect on the artist, because your manager essentially manages your career. That's the person that, you know, takes decisions for you, so I feel like managing myself has definitely given me a lot more freedom and a lot more, I'm able to just move at my own pace, you know what I'm saying? Even though it does get a lot though, you know, now that things are elevating as well, I feel like I'll probably be looking into management like relatively soon, but again, still have to make sure that it's someone that I like, someone I get along with, that type of thing. So I trust that the team will come. I wonder if having a woman would make a difference, because I guess with your manager, it is basically that person is like selling you. And I wonder like if having a woman would maybe make a difference to how they kind of. I feel like it would. Because just like anything, there's only a certain limit to my understanding of the male experience because I'm a woman. The same way that there's only a certain limit to a man's understanding of a woman's experience in this world because they're a man. So I feel like naturally there'd probably be things that if I had like a female manager, she would just understand without, you know, that type of thing. So you're right. Maybe my next manager's meant to be a woman. Who knows?
Maybe any women managers watching this, Holly.
You know what? I'm in talks with a couple people. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Amazing. And so your last single is called Levels?
Yes, it is, Queen.
Amazing.
Yes, it is.
And in the video for that, there's lots of references to lots of amazing women. Can you tell us a bit about that?
Yeah, so my latest single, Levels. Okay, I'm gonna start with the song. Initially, that song, it's so weird because a lot of people feel like I'm talking about a man, but I'm actually talking about, like, it's a song written to remind myself, like, you know, of who I am and my work and stuff. But what initially sparked it was like fake behavior in the industry. I came to just hear of just some really catty stuff, like, you know how the industry is, politics, and it's such a small industry and stuff get around. So I was like, oh, yeah, okay. I'm gonna make this song and do this video to not just only show the people that had, you know, negative things to say about me, but prove to myself as well. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm capable of doing whatever I want to do. So with that video, I played the song to my sister, and as soon as she heard it, she was like, nah, Shaé, you got to do this. She came up with the concept originally. Okay. My little sister. Shout out you, Steph, if you watch this. She's literally she's a visionary. She doesn't even know. But she listened to the song, and the first time she listened to it, she was like, this is what you need to do for the concept. And I was like, okay, yeah, I'm feeling it. Then we brainstormed, because obviously I wanted the icons involved to be people that actually inspired me and my actual journey, you know. So we brainstormed on that, and came up with all the icons that, you know, helped shape my sound, people that I was listening to when I was growing up, stuff like that. Even fashion-wise, people that have helped inspire like my taste in clothes and stuff like that. And then we created a visual where we basically picked the most iconic looks from all of these different queens.
And it is. There's so many like iconic.
Yeah, and it's supposed to be a thing where you watch it and immediately like, oh, that's that person. Oh, that's, you know. So
yeah, no, it's such a good video.
Thank you. It was so much fun to do as well. Like, so much fun.
Who was your favourite to emulate?
That is a really hard question. I'm stuck between Missy Elliott.
I was going to say the Missy Elliott bit is really good.
Missy Elliott, oh my gosh. Like, I felt like I was her.
Yeah.
I really felt like I was actually her. But it's either Missy Elliott or I actually quite enjoyed doing Little Kim as well, just because Little Kim, she's very sexually liberated.
Yeah.
And like on a day-to-day, I don't know, I wouldn't think of myself as the most sexually liberated person. I don't know. I feel like there's still more like freedom and confidence to find in that area. But somehow when I was pretending to be her, it was easier to just tap in so that was really enjoyable. I think between Little Kim and Missy Elliott.
Amazing.
Yeah, man.
Cool. So like talking about women in music at the moment, is there any women that you are like listening to loads and like a fan of yourself?
Okay, well, firstly, Etta Bond. That's the first person that shoots to mind. I supported her like 2 days ago at the Jazz Cafe, which was so sick. And I've just been a fan of her forever. She's amazing. I would recommend her to anyone and everyone. In terms of other female artists I'm listening to right now, Tiana Major 9, she's another British artist as well, but she's one of the person that's successfully made that crossover to America. And so I just find that so inspiring. You know, that's something I desire to do as well. So it gives me hope seeing that someone, you know, a fellow British artist has been able to do that. There's another artist called Ego LMA. I really like her music. Wow, there's so many, and it's like now my mind's just gone blank. There's an artist called Bella, another artist called Nella. Wait, oh my gosh, I feel like I just said her name wrong. It's Nia. It's spelled Nella, but you pronounce it Nia. She would kill me if I said it wrong. Nia. And I mean, that's a couple. These are like more people kind of like on the come up as opposed to established artists. Obviously, established artists wise, I listen to like all the R&B babes, Summer Walker, Ari Lennox, all of them. Like I'm all in there. Snow Allegra. But right now I'm actually more focused on like people that are actually coming up as opposed to the people that are already established.
How did the show with Etta Bond come about?
So it was actually my second time supporting her at Jazz Cafe. I supported her for the first time like 2 years ago. And it was magical then, it was magical this time.
I'm making such a mess.
It's fine, at least you got the tissue there, it's all right. It was magic the first time, and it was magic this time. It was a bit weirder this time because of the COVID stuff, and people couldn't actually stand up and enjoy the music. But in terms of the energy, the vibe, like, always just such a pleasure. This time around, we did 2 shows as well. We did a matinee in the afternoon, then we done an evening show in the evening. So it was cool, like, essentially being able to do like an encore, but just to a different audience, you know?
Yeah, that's so nice.
That was really nice. It was just such a great experience. It was definitely, I don't know, it just in such a weird time. I never thought that I would get to a point where I'm like, I haven't performed live for so long that when I then go back to perform, there's just all these feelings of like excitement, but then nerves, and then anxiety. It was just, it was different, but it was amazing nonetheless.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And so last question, is there anything that you think people can, I guess, do, artists or people in the music industry or just people in general, but to support women in music better?
There's so many things. There's so many things. That's such a broad question, but I feel like if I was to narrow it down to something just concise, I would say, don't be afraid to like speak up for your female friends, your female counterparts. Like, this goes for men, women, anyone that you see that you rate what they're doing and you can see they're putting in work and they're working hard, support them.
Yeah.
Support is free, you know? Like, it really doesn't cost you anything to just tell a friend, share it on your Instagram. Like, these little things, this is how we get our livelihood. This is how we get the word out and get people to support us more. So I would definitely say, like, just don't be shy to be vocal, you know? I find that when it comes to a lot of issues to do with women, a lot of people go shroom.
Yeah.
A lot of people now don't really have much to say, you know? And I desire for that to be changed, man. I desire for people to celebrate women as often as they deserve to be celebrated, because we're phenomenal. What? Like, women are so phenomenal. It's actually a joke. Not to say that men aren't. Of course, we love you men, but, you know, I feel like women just... She said some. No shade. But I just feel like women are so phenomenal. Like, we're just everything, okay? And I just feel like we need to be celebrated so much more. So, you know, whenever you see a woman doing bits and working hard, just big her up, man. Give her some support. Give her some words of encouragement, whatever that might be to you, but acknowledge it. You know, don't be quiet and just let it pass by. That's what I would say. I feel like at the foundation of all the other issues is that it's the acknowledgement, basically. So, yeah.
Cheers to that.
I don't even have a cheers. I was going to cheers you with my plate.
What do you know? Spin your head with the wickedest flow. Try to flex on a girl like me. Freeze you off with a drip so cold. You won't know how I do what I do like that. How the breast and the back so fat, but the midriff still intact. That's that me. No one else with the recipe. Back them up on my Q's and P's. It's the S to the H-A-E. Look, that's that me. No one else with the recipe. Back them up on my Q's and P's. It's the S to the H-A-E.